Yoski, what we have here is another project, though of a very different kind. This is almost within the gravitational field of my day job, but no worries, it's far enough from that. And this is mostly about the art, so the looks of it, though. I apologize, this is still useful, it still has the utility. I do use it every day to read stuff off of it, but this is our retro futuristic digital dashboard thingy. A contraption made just for fun because I could, as most of the stuff that I do. So, first of all, let me describe you the hardware and software stack in case you want to build your own, and I will go over the each individual dashboards later. So basically, first thing that you need is obviously a display. In this case, it's some stupid small TV-like thing, but it's full HD. And in general, it really doesn't matter what you use. It's basically that the only thing you need to worry about is that you need to be able to match the display with the computer thingy you want to run it from. And what I mean, if you got like a 4K huge TV, first generation Raspberry Pi, is simply probably not gonna work well enough to get this, running smoothly. So just remember that that's the only connection, a display and some sort of a computing device. In my case, it's not a Raspberry Pi, it's the sort of a computer that you cannot really buy in retail, but you can get some really nice second-hand deals, and I already had it, so it wasn't at all like bought for this purpose. It does other stuff. This was just the idea that it has display out, it can actually show graphics, and I have this TV nearby, connect one with the other and then do some cool stuff with it, and that's why we're here. So yeah, hardware wise, a display and some computing device that can actually show graphics on the set display. Now software wise, this is implemented on Linux, obviously, but very little, like actually nothing here is Linux specific. Basically, as long as you can run POSIX stuff, so the main thing is Xorg, which is the ancient networked display manager thing and has nothing to do with the space currents septic tank of a social media platform. So two different things. And yeah, please check the description of the video. I will be putting links to everything, or at least most of the stuff that I will not forget about, so that you can kind of, like maybe at least dig into that if not replicating or making your own. So yeah, the Xorg, it just drives the display. Now we do not use any window management stuff or anything like that. We just run one single piece of software that actually needs graphics, which is cool retro term. Cool retro term, which is what makes this both cool and retro. So that's basically a terminal emulator which has, I think, more than a dozen of graphical filters. And in my implementation, I think it's less than half of them enabled because it's extremely easy to get the visual cacophony through the roof with that thing. And again, this is still functional. I want to be able to read this stuff from harder than a feet away, which currently I can do, at least with my glasses on. So yeah, all is good. So we have Xorg running the cool retro term, and the only thing cool retro term is starting is Tmax, which is terminal multiplexer, which if you don't have any idea what that means, don't worry. It basically means that you can have screens that you can easily switch between, like dashboard cards and things like that. So yeah, Tmax, that's a well-established thing since the screen times, and yeah, I'm that old, I remember Telnet. But anyways, so Tmax for switching the cards, and now the main fun thing that I found very recently, and the thing that actually enables this being a dashboard, is a piece of software unfortunately called Sampler, though it makes sense because basically what it does, it samples commands and displays the output in various ways. It's open source. It's, I believe, written with by one guy who is done with the project since a couple of years, so it's more or less stable. It's on GitHub, and it's written in Go, like the Golang, not the Go game. And yeah, I've for my use case, I've slightly modified the code, minor, visual touch-ups, let's call it like that. But yeah, that's the main thing. And with sampler, you basically define boxes, and the boxes can be of different kind, like text boxes, which is mostly what I'm using. Then you have like gauges, progress bars, and a whole bunch of other things that like you see the link. There's like nice, I think even animations. Well, at least there are graphics there, so you can see what the things look like. And yeah, with those main components, the rest is basically shell scripts to put it all together, like fire exorc, fire the coolterm. Well, there's also xdo tool, which basically lets you like move the mouse, move the windows without actually having a mouse, because the computer here has no keyboard, no mouse, and until recently it didn't even have a monitor, because again it's doing other stuff. But yeah, it's mostly shell scripting and the configuration of the sampler thing, and then some custom software. But I mean, this really, like with those basic tools, so Xorg, Coolterm, Tmax sampler, and Xdo tool, it's like it's five pieces of software. At this point, it's basically your imagination and your coding skills. Like what can you do extremely fast and extremely easily, because all what you see is text. There's no graphics whatsoever here in terms of like writing pixels or opening PNG files or anything like that. It's just text, which makes it really, really easy to get stuff done quickly. Okay, I hope that's enough in terms of the general structure of the thing. So let us, because I have additional scripts here, let us select a specific dashboard. Let's start with the first one. Oh, maybe no, sorry. One more thing before we go. As you can see, the cards are switching, and on the left bottom corner, you have this card, 2 out of 3, 22, 21 is going out. This is again a shell script. It's all super simple. There's like no big piece of software driving it all. It's all cobbled together in a way that's, well, it's fragile, but it's extremely easy to do and extremely fast to experiment. So that's the thing, because we're going to be stopping that. We're going to be moving to the first dashboard. And yeah, so first dashboard, well, let's start with the stuff that's on every dashboard, because again, I wanted this to have the aesthetic of a monitor that you would have in like a spaceship that has like a standard set of things that it always displays and then cycles through additional data, something like that. So yeah, on the top left we have a clock with date, then we have the calendar, then we have the local weather, which is again all text, there's no graphics there. Then just for filling in the space, we have the load counter, which is a Unixy thing. It's about number of processes running over the last 5 minutes, blah blah. Doesn't matter. It looks cool. And then the card indicator, it's 1 out of 3. Again, it's up to your imagination. Want to have an idea what to put on like 100 cards? Well, sit down and make 100 cards. You just need one, and don't even like always want to see one thing. Can also do that. It will be even simpler than what we have here. But in any case, the first card is the most important card, which is snooker. Yes, after at least a decade, I think, maybe 12, 13 years of not caring, because, well, I wasn't really finding time for that. I'm back to caring about snooker. It's an awesome sport. You should try watching it. If nothing else, it's the sort of sport that's extremely aristocratic in its roots and history and the rule set. And on the other hand, most of the best players currently alive are all from like blue collar backgrounds. But anyway, snooker is a digression. Let's get back to technical. So this is a script, actually a set of scripts that are written, I think, over last month, that basically always shows me the current or the next World Snooker tournament. Yeah, because it's WST which actually runs this stuff, and it's very dynamic. So it will show you the next matches, the matches already done. It will show you like if something is live, it will be like on the top, and it's like showing you that it's live, and it updates. I think every like bunch of minutes, like, because again, this is a completely custom stuff done by me. It doesn't exist anywhere except for my local machines, but it is using an API that's publicly available. So that's what I'm not gonna tell you more. Like, please do not abuse the people who actually run it as a business and provide this for free. But yeah, and we have the World Grand Prix in Hong Kong right now. It's finishing tomorrow. So yeah, I really like this one, and this was actually the main motivator, because I just wanted to know like what's going on with snooker just at like a one glance. And yeah, let's move to the second card. Thankfully there are only 3 of them. Okay, so this is a card that shows you internal server error. So you see, there are things that you do not control, and sooner or later you will see and understand, hopefully, that what you control and what you don't. But I can still tell you what this usually does when the stuff works. So it shows you news, basically, well, not basically, only the headlines from Reuters. Because Reuters, again, news nowadays, biases, I still find them to be the best source for headlines, as long as you still keep your brain functioning. That's what I'm gonna tell it like that. And I mean, again, like whatever you want to have here, this is using W3M, so it's like a text-based. Maybe not even a browser. It's like download the web page and display it as text in a reasonably sensible manner. So, again, another tooling a suggestion here. And normally you would have a bullet point list and that would fill the whole screen, but unfortunately at the time of filming there are some problems and they are not in my control. This is not my wheelhouse. It's something remote, unfortunately. And finally, last but not least, the obligatory computer stuffy what's going on dashboard. So that's, like when in any case, in any certain, well, in any environment, including computers and networks, you say, or even like software engineering, you say dashboards. That's what people will immediately have in their minds, like CPU graphs, memory graph, ping times, load averages, perhaps queue sizes and number of Docker containers running and whatever Kubernetes spits out. Sorry for mentioning that piece of software. But yeah, in this case, we have, and this is a thing from sample, so the CPU, MEM, and pings. This is, I think the CPU and MEM are spark lines and pings are bar chart. So they basically show you numbers and timings, which, at least in most cases in this application of this thing, they do not matter absolutely at all, but they do look cool. The only thing that's sort of useful here is the on the bottom you have the last log messages from the machine, which could be useful in theory if something's happening. And yeah, that's me talking 12 and a half minutes about dashboard. But yeah, I mean, this is a thing that I didn't do it in a single setting. This is something that you tinker over weeks, if not more. Just add one more thing, maybe a new idea. I mean, the weather indicator that's right now on every card, I've just added it yesterday because I had finally an idea how to squeeze it text-wise so that it actually fits where it is right now. So yeah, it's really fun, really low barrier to entry stuff. I mean, if you want to show like custom stuff, then probably some programming would be nice. But otherwise, you don't really need that much, and it does look cool. And now the TV is not only used for this; it has many other uses, as a piece of technology should have. All right, it's the last semi-final soon. Anyways, hope this was inspiring. As usual, inspiration must flow. Please make stuff, put it on the internet, and share back. And yeah, I hope you've enjoyed. I will try to put as many of the tool names and probably links in the description box. And yeah, thanks for watching. Have no internal server errors, and I will see you in the next one. Bye.